And we are live in the garden. We are in a cloudy garden live. It has been a while since I think I've been out here. Well, not a while, but it feels like it's been a while. Seeing how everything is looking, and the okra plants are getting huge. That's good. I hear birds chirping. That's great. That's great. Let's see. Okay, let's make sure that no vines are messing around. And yeah, so it's when the rain happens, a lot of rain happens, and it'll cause everything. Oh, look at that! Thank you, lemon. All right, that's the okra right there. It's supposed to grow a flower first, but that's what it looks like. Anyway, yeah. So they are coming out very well. Let's see. Sort of weeding it out. Hello, Saw. It's great to see you. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we have these things coming up, and it's good to kind of like weed them out a little bit. And shout out to all of you. Appreciate y'all being here. It's very humid, but it's all good. I mean, we got some more right here. Oh, your school had some of those, yeah. They probably brought them over there for growing them. Yeah, they originally came from Africa, and they came to the United States a long time ago. Come on. Yeah, you see, those are some flowers about to come out from them. Thank you, Saw, very much. I'm just making sure there's no vines growing on them. I have the bug nets coming in to put over them when they sprout the fruits on the different plants. We'll see how that goes to stop bugs from getting in there. Okay. Because there was like a little garden near 4th and 5th grade class. That's cool. You got to see that. And I don't know what plants y'all like to grow the most. I know that they come from different places because in my opinion, they brought different plants to where you are a long time ago for planting things, but I'm sure there's all kinds of things that grow where you are just, that was always native there. I'm not too sure, of course. Let's see. Okay, so they're all looking good. Yeah, lots of flying bugs. It's all the rain and humidity, and they're getting all excited. And I'll tell you, it feels, and I am. Oh, that's awesome, Lemon. And I am in it doesn't feel that hot, especially since it's nighttime. And I do have a hoodie on because I put some of my equipment stuff in them and I can tolerate it or whatever. But it's not that bad right now, but it's very humid. A person, I am on planet Earth. That's where I am. Oh, termite drones. We get termites too, only in certain seasons though. Okay, there is the tomato plant. It's getting big. We call them termites. We just call them termites. I like termite drones better. That's very creative. Okay. And then you have that's a smaller one. Okay, let's see how these other ones are doing. Okay. Let's see what survived. Oh, there's a lot of things flying on me. Oh. Okay, there we go. That's another tomato. Hello, Rajan. Let's see. Rajas. That's a cool name. Welcome to the stream. See, that's a little tomato plant growing. There's other ones. Not too sure if they made it or not, but we'll see. Because of the different situations. Okay, we have one confirmed right there. Don't really know about the other ones. Welcome everybody. Let's see. Okay, and these are these artichoke things that their roots are very edible. Okay, I'd say this stream is the most garden-like stream I've ever done so far, actually. Because but just like it has to be done, because all this stuff is grown out of whack. Okay, there's a tomato plant right here that's being grown over. Do what I can not to try to unroot it by mistake, but there we go. See right there. There it is. I get termites 24/7. Unfortunately, every night there's a little one flying around inside mosquito nets surrounding my bed. Oh well, that's crazy that y'all have them 24/7 like that. But y'all are tough people to go through all that. Yeah, it must be really cringe. Have to do with it because when it's termite season, I'll show y'all. They'll be all over the place. Okay, so we have two other ones that seem to be growing, and that's about it. Okay. It's definitely a workout for the legs. I could feel it. This is the pumpkin. It's getting pretty big. The ones, though, big flying ones, I haven't seen in a while, unfortunately. Okay, you know the cockroaches? Those big, brown, ugly things? Do y'all call that roaches, or you know what I'm talking about? Because those things are terrible. We have them here in the States. Some places more than others. Now you see this pumpkin plant is really going to town, getting big, and I'm getting the bug net. So whenever it's going to be coming in, so whenever it has a pumpkin to grow, I'm going to wrap it around it so we don't have a bug trying to murder the pumpkin. So we can have a pumpkin later. See if how it works. Right, so that's a big pumpkin plant. Now we call them roaches. My mom freaks out when she saw them. Yeah, I deal with them, of course, when I need to deal with them, but I don't like them either. Your mom and I both. I don't. When I was little, I freaked out more. I don't freak out as much as I did when I was little. But yeah, your mom and I both don't like them very much. Well, you don't like them either, but no one does. But yeah, her and I both freak out over them. But I'm more chill about it as I'm older. But yeah, it's not something nice to see. Oh yeah, I don't blame her. That's what we do. Now here we have bug spray we use. I don't always use that, but it's something that's used. It gets rid of them quickly. But yeah, we this is pretty cool. That the dude Jamie was saying, and when he was in Nam, they used these to make hats. That's really cool. I was pretty cool. A veteran from that war is here with us on the stream because I always knew this place looked like Vietnam. There's people that from Vietnam that moved here after that war. But yeah, that's so yeah. This is really some garden stuff going on here. Yeah, so it was during the slave trade. That's when they started coming over to the states and everywhere else because they're all over those ships from Africa. It originated from. And I knew they didn't come from the United States. They had to come from somewhere else. They're just too strange looking. They didn't come from here. That's I guessed it and I was right. It looks very tropical looking. Now make sure. Sometimes there's wasps hiding in here. Yeah, so you understand the struggle. Now, some of them look like butterflies in African countries. There's different variations of them, and some of them look like ladybugs. But we got the kind that's bad. There's only 1% of them that are bad, and we got the bad kind that are ugly. Yes, yes, exactly. Freaky amount of bug spray. Yeah, and it's where I am. It's like where you are, and like a northern forest at the same time. It's like both terrains. Where you are, it's more like a jungle. Where I am is a jungle and a northern forest. It's like a hybrid climate. Yeah. Hey, now, since I've been here before and I got stung by a wasp and it was not nice. I didn't. I thought some crazy thing bit me, but it wasn't. It was just one of those things. Whoa. Okay. I'll put bug nets over these broccoli plants. The broccoli's fine. Some bugs nibbled on it, but I have to put some bug nets over it, and it'll be even better. But yeah, so it's very humid. Okay, and we'll go on the walk that we go on. Just have to be careful because something's gonna probably. Whoa, let's see what's going on here. Okay, this is a big mess, but it's not really a bad thing. But oh, look at that! You know, I caught a big freaking mantis in fourth grade, like a big one, bigger than a candy bar. Very. Oh, that's really cool and maybe scary too at the same time. That's fascinating. That's a good catch you made. Oh, look at that. This is the squash plants climbing up the other vines. Because I usually like to climb on something. I could get a net. I mean, I could get a little gate here for it to climb on, but so far it's climbing on the other plants. It's vine the vines. It's climbing on vines. It's something crazy. Wow. Okay, so you have those. All these are squashes and different types of um, pumpkins. Okay, let's go in here. Okay, look at the pumpkins. It looks like they're doing pretty good, climbing on the vines. Nature's interesting. Okay, and it was almost as big as his forearm. That's big. You found a hybrid probably, or like a rare variation of them that was very large. And where you are, there's lots of oxygen, so it's going to be bigger than things in other regions. Because back in the prehistoric times, there were times where there were creatures larger than us that were bugs because of the oxygen. Where you are, it's going to be even more intense because of the type of climate. So there's probably a variation of them that are very big that you found, and your climate's good for them to grow bigger. That's a pretty cool find. Yeah, I was looking into the creature that you're telling me about your dream and your experience and your mom saw. In the folklore where you're from, there is a cryptid that looks like that. So I think y'all had an encounter with it, and that's it's kind of scary, but it's also really cool that you saw that, and because I like to document things about cryptids and stuff. So it's pretty cool in a way. And but I was like 5 foot 4 at the time, so it was probably less big than I thought. Yeah, but it was still big, but it wasn't as big as like a small cat or something. Yeah. Claude goes inside. Yes, he has places he goes. He goes in his house or his porch, and he stays dry. Yeah, and on the Discord, I made a recreation of it, and yeah, the thing with the sort of a snout with the bug eyes. Yeah, it's and it looks like a humanoid thing. Yeah, there's a creature that's from the folklore that looks like that. So yeah, other people saw it too from your region. Oh, okay, Lemon. I was not looking. I mean, I glanced at it for a second. Thank you. 4'5". Okay. Yeah, I glanced at it for a second. I wasn't really. Uh, the trees got me off guard for a second. Okay, thanks for clarifying. Right. And yeah, yeah. So there's all kinds of see in those jungles. I'm sure there's many different things that exist that we're not completely familiar with, in the sense that there's undiscovered creatures and things that are there. Now, there's a spirit that can make people temporarily blind or cause that. There's a spirit thing that can cause that, like a shadow person from the folklore. And I glance at the names, but one starts with a K O O H L. That was the humanoid creature you saw. So yeah, that's pretty cool because I believe that it's either an undiscovered species of something that was not known, or it could be one of these paranormal cryptids that we talk about too. Good morning, Callie. It's great to see you. Shout out to you. Yeah, and Callie, the garden is doing well. It's had a lot of rain that you sent over, so it has grown quite a bit. And it's like taking over the vines. So they're growing on the vines themselves. Hello, 98. Good to see you. And here's the okra plants. I was weeding them out earlier. And we have some. Yes, Lemon, when I was seeing the list of all the things from y'all's folklore, I was like, I was scared. Yeah. And from the Philippines, it was. Now, I will say there's something called the Chocolate Hills where y'all are. And I saw it because I have another friend online that's from there, and the Chocolate Hills look like a Mario game, so from a video game. So it has nice landscapes there, and oh yeah, you've been getting a lot of rain too. 98, yeah, it's been raining every day. Now I have an umbrella, so we could do these garden lives in the rain. Yeah, I'll just be walking around with an umbrella. Oh, it's stormed all day where you are, Kelly. Yes, the Chocolate Hills. Yeah, shot 98. Good to see you. And yeah, so Callie, there is a cryptid. We are talking about a cryptid sighting from the Philippines, and so it's something Lemon saw and his mom saw, and so basically it's this freaky creature. I put it, and it's like it's like a humanoid thing, and it has very big bug eyes, and it has sort of a snout, and it's all black and hairy. And a lot of these creatures, there's various ones. They all seem to have similar features of being black and hairy. And if I get something wrong, he could correct me. But he saw it like kind of like peeking in a window, and then he believed he had a dream about it also, which I believe is actually like a real encounter that he had. Because sometimes things can be remembered as dreams from a long time ago, in my opinion. And he believed it kissed him too, and it was just kind of like a spooky encounter. Now, I believe in these jungles, these different places, there are all kinds of things that are undiscovered that live out there. And like, imagine you're just in a place and you see this thing kind of peeking at you through a window, and it's almost like a mythological thing. So I went and looked it up, and yeah, I looked it up, and it is in their folklore. It's something that was recorded over time of one of the cryptids that are there, because there's many, many cryptids there. And because I'm saying, like, this dude discovered a cryptid, a new cryptid or something, so we had to go do research on it. But yeah, because I didn't know what to call it, but yeah, it was uh, the bug-eyed Bigfoot thing, and that's what he was talking about. And I just, yeah, people have seen that over time. And 98 says yesterday stormed all day and night before and the day after. Oh, yeah. Where I am, it was raining for weeks, like every day. It's like we're in a rainforest, because the weather patterns and systems are causing that to certainly take place. It wasn't peeking through a window. The thing was crawling all over me while I tried not to freak out and run. Okay, thanks for clarifying. And bro was just sniffing my face while I was screaming internally. Okay, thank you. Yeah, and it must have came. What I must have seen was it came through the window, and then it started doing that too. Yes, yes, it is something in sleep paralysis. Which, sleep paralysis is when you see a demonic or a weird entity or creature, and you're kind of paralyzed, and the thing just does stuff to you, and you can't really do anything about it, and then you eventually wake up from it. So yeah, that does the night terrors. Yeah. So, and then it was crawling, and they may have supernatural abilities too. Some of these things, it could like paralyze somebody and then induce something into them to cause them to be frozen. So it looks like both of those things are linked together when you have a very horrific situation. Yeah, and his mother was in a school, and she was in the. There's a room that they would go into to rest, and there's this. In my opinion, a shadow type person entity that was seen in there sometimes. There is an incident of one of the girls that went blind for a moment, and they rushed her to the hospital. She was freaking out. Eventually, she got better and recovered. But the speculation is, could have this shadow person, which I'm calling a shadow person, uh, had something to do with it. And I looked it up, and there is something in their mythology that is some sort of a spirit thing that can cause blindness, or temporary blindness. So it looks like they had encounters with these paranormal cryptids that are either something that lives there, like an animal creature, or it's some spiritual thing. Like we have the Bigfoot or whatever. So yeah, I appreciate the people that talk about their sightings that they have, because I like documenting about it, and it's cool to see these things firsthand from the people that come from these different experiences. Yeah. And Jaden says sleep paralysis sounds very Diddy like. Those shadows are sus. Yeah. Yep. So I definitely believe they are extremely. There's paranormal supernatural things out there in our world that we can't completely explain. And yeah, it sounds like very Diddy like. Yeah. And although people are look how big they're getting. Those things, those big plants, it's way bigger than I am. Okay, and it's going all the way to the sky. It's going to get bigger too. See, that's the tree, and that's those things. They're getting very big. Yeah, and it's a freaky experience that the jungle is the jungling. Yes, the jungle is jungling. Yeah. So people have reported sleep paralysis for many centuries. And, like, for instance, there's instances of a sea hag that people have seen, which, what is it exactly could be disputed what it is, but some sort of ghost entity that causes the person to be paralyzed, and psychological thoughts are induced into the person, right? So it's not just about being held down by a weird creature like Winnie the Pooh with looking for honey, right? It's something else that puts ideas in the mind. It's telepathic. Now, the big debate would be, are they really real? Or are they just things in imagination? Now, science has their own opinion about what they are. And as I said, I don't deny anything scientific. I think that's an explanation for it, but it's not the only explanation for it. So I do think that there are real spiritual entities that can cause them, or cryptids or something like that, because it's more dimensional than what we think the world is. Supernatural things have gotten more attention these days because of the Disclosure movie and UFO files that have been talked about over time. And when we have more UFO files coming in the works and coming out everywhere, people are opening up about alien experiences. The alien topic is more normalized, which will normalize the other paranormal topics as well. And a lot of people believe it's fantasy or something that's not really true, but it actually is something that is out there. Now, when we have different things like praying mantis aliens, for those, for instance, it probably isn't really a praying mantis. It's probably something that looks similar to a praying mantis. And it's probably shapeshifting into that. So I think that is pretty cool. I mean, it's terrifying, but pretty cool. Yeah. So I think that all that just being connected is a possibility. Look at that. There's a dragonfly right there. Sounds like a big cornfield. Oh, cool. You caught a baby gecko. Facts. You see? The bug's freaking out because of the light. It's going crazy. What color's the gecko? That's a star, and let's see what it looks like this. What color's the gecko? Where I am, the geckos are transparent. Oh, it's tan. Okay. Similar to the ones I have here. All right, so yeah, where'd he go? Okay, right now the light is off, but we are looking at a star, which I think y'all could see. I don't know if y'all could see it, but uh, there's there's a star right there. Well, it actually looks like Sirius. And then I'm just showing y'all like the trees at night. But here we go. I have there he is. He's back. See? And yeah, that's a star. Okay. Yeah, so it's pretty cool you caught the guy. I mean, we have them here too. They probably come from where you are. People imported them at some point, or what happened was they had cargo that came from your region, and they came on the ships to here because there's a cargo. It was from Southeast Asia, in that region of the world in general, is where they came from. The geckos. Yeah, we have similar critters. Well, over here, similar creatures. Yeah, that's like the ground level, my level of all these different things. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I those big stalks are good for putting stakes down for plants, things like that. And I always think it was quite a fast thing to do. Yeah, and with sleep paralysis, people have made artwork about it. Oh, hey, Customs. Welcome back. Glad to have you back here. Yeah, it has certainly been a lot of people that have these encounters with the not reptiles, specifically, but sometimes reptilian things are seen with the supernatural entities. There's artwork depicting them. Oh, it's been busy. I've been on the YouTube. Well, okay. Well, I hope everything's been going well with you, and I'm glad that you checked back in with us. It's nice chatting with you when you're able to. Yeah, I really think the artwork is very accurate about what people are seeing, because so many people have been talking about it for centuries, and they'll depict these things sitting on people. Oh, thanks. And like there's like this dwarf ghoul demon thing that was sitting on a woman with a crazy horse looking in from the other side. So yeah, it'd be pretty wild. Right. I'm using the pay to use Wi-Fi, so I might have to leave later on, insert some more coins to get more hours. Okay, Lemon, do whatever you're able to do, and I know it's tedious, but I appreciate you coming, hanging out with us when you're able to, and I'm glad you're able to access the internet. You're cool people. I'm glad that you shared your experiences with us. As I love these streams. You talk to people all around the world in these different places. I like that. It's always fascinating, because I always talk about technology in a positive way. Although I know the criticism of technology, like this is something cool that could be used. I remember with Khan, we're watching the sun come up where I am, and it sets where he is. These things are quite incredible. Oh, okay, Lemon. Well, if you have to go, sometimes I run out of cellular data, and I have to refill it. So I even have to deal with things like that too. But yeah, just if you have to leave, we'll see you later. Oh, I understand. Technology is your enemy most days. Oh yeah, it definitely can. Technology can have a mind of its own. Right now, there's been videos of AI coming out of the AI robots. And a lot of times with AI robots, they try to have them do simple tasks like walking around. And a lot of times they're spastic and they start tripping over and falling. Other times they just, do stupid things or just kick people or just fall over for no reason. So a lot of times those creatures, those AI creature things, they're not really ready to be Terminators just yet. But some of them in China are programmed to be like into kung fu, but some of them are quite sloppy the way that they handle themselves. So technology is an enemy of itself. Oh, another dragonfly. When AI robots start having free will thoughts, we are doomed. Yeah, the Terminator was more like a documentary rather than a movie. There's some videos of Elon's factory of robots being made, and chat said the chat was saying we are all doomed. Oh, you get those things too, Lemon? Yeah. Okay. And so yeah, that pretty cool. Yeah, the iRobot's more realistic version. Yeah, over the decades, they're going to make them more and more human-like. They're working on the prototypes of them now, but yeah, they're going to get more and more human-like over time. Mole crickets. Let's see. Let's go here. Yes, I have those here. I've seen those here before. I don't know what they were, but I've seen them before. Yeah, the mole. I've seen them. I think when I'm like digging graves for the. Sometimes I'll dig graves for animals, or if I'm digging for something, or I'm looking in the grass somehow, or under something. I've seen those type of things before. I'm like, what in the world is this? It's like a mutated cricket. Oh, Lemon said they're cute. Yeah, they could be either cute or creepy. Yeah, they could really pass for either, depending on the person. Okay, and here's an update of the sky. The sun's kind of coming closer to us. It's pretty cool. We have some birds chirping. Yeah. Hey, yeah, Jiminy Cricket. Yeah. Hey, Gumby. They do look like ground lobsters, and they also look similar to crawfish. Yeah, Gumby. Yeah, Jiminy Cricket is certainly the one that is the most famous one of all of them. Yeah. Customs. That's very cringe. They had to deal with those rattlesnakes. Yeah, crayfish. Y'all call them crayfish. Yeah, we call them crawfish where I am, and some people call them mud bugs and different things. Yeah. So yeah, crayfish is the same thing. Yeah. Oh, that's very cool. And they look blue when they're not being cooked. Yeah. And make an interesting pet. Looks like they're becoming like berries. Oh, saw the crawdads and crayfish are all the same thing. Yeah, it's all the same creature. It's just people have different regions call them different things. Oh, they have a crawdads as a native species. Oh, that's very cool. I've seen the kind of bluish ones here. Cobalt blue. Okay. Oh yeah, sure. A fun fact. I like to see it. And yeah, over here we have. This is where the region that the crawfish come from. Oh, okay, Lemon. I'm looking. Okay, so oh yeah, that's a lot of times they'll come through here. The crawfish. Oh, there was a snake roaming around there. Okay. Scared. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure that the snake was a very. What kind of snake was it? There'll be like these little mini volcanoes, and that's where they'll come out from. A bunch of them. That had to be freaky. Scared. Scared. Yeah, the bugs are crazy right now. They are active. And that's Twilight right there. Lemon says, I think someone was deleted from getting bitten by one of them cobras a bunch of years ago before I started going to school here. Well, rest in peace, that person. And that's very horrifying to be bit by a cobra and not live from it. Yeah, that's very messed up. I know in some of those countries they eat them. They eat cobras and stuff. So that is something else that I'm aware of that is not good. Not good. It's terrible. So yeah, that's very dangerous. And live very close to my school, and there were a few roaming around in my old neighborhood too. Yeah, that y'all got to be careful. I mean, we have snakes here. I don't know how deadly they are, but they're not cobras. But yeah, that's real spooky. You have to really be careful because it's almost like the Jungle Book from the Disney movie. That's what your area reminds me of. And you see where I am, it's like there's still things in here that are probably not the greatest, but they don't have those type of things here, like cobras and stuff, unless people had pets and they got loose. In about a month, cicadas will be out. Oh, okay. Also, mom's grandma had a pet monkey back then. It used to eat lice. Oh, it's a helpful monkey, and that sounds like a cool pet. And now, usually here, they won't advise against having monkeys as pets where we are because they think that like the monkey could attack somebody, which they've been known to attack people. But it's something that does occur where people have monkeys as pets. So that's pretty cool. Like Captain Jack Sparrow's buddy Barbosa had in a pirate movie had a pet monkey. So that's interesting. He had a false water cobra for a pet for a few years, and they are rear fanged and slightly venomous. Never got bit. Oh, that's good. Okay. Monkeys can get nasty, especially the Chupa Chin monkeys. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But yeah, cicadas. Where I am, I'm already starting to hear the cicadas where I am at night. I mean, during the daytime. So they're probably already out where I am. But they're going to be out more and more as time goes on. Okay, and we have more. Now in Pennsylvania. Okay. Okay, and that's more of the sun coming up. Oh, they blend in with tree bark. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, only time I saw a cicada in person was when I was watching it, like under my bench swing. Yeah, I only saw one too, a cicada, and it was on the ground with no expression. It just looked like a little drone or a robot or a statue, and it was just chilling there, making no sound. So yeah, I saw only one in my life so far. Usually July they start coming out of the ground, and they've been trapped in for 16 years. Wow, wow. So yeah, I know that they were gone for a long time, and then they come back out. Okay. Yeah, dragonflies are really cool, and so these lights make them go crazy. And we like to watch the sun come up here on the ship, which we like to do for fun. Yes, they're apex predators of the insect world, definitely. Like a duck. It sounds like he smokes. That's what it sounds like. No, I don't buy. Always think that they're going to sting me when I am in kayaking. Yeah, you see, the thing with dragonflies, I've never had a bad interaction with them. I always thought they were fascinating, but they can be kind of like fly around your face. They can be intimidating. Now they do get rid of mosquitoes and stuff apparently, which I think is a positive thing. Because we're getting rid of mosquitoes, and we're going to be getting less creatures like that messing around and biting us. I've never done kayaking, but that sounds very fun. So kind of different creatures you could see out there. Oh, awesome, Lemon. Awesome. I'll check it out. Okay. Mm-hmm. But you haven't seen him in a while. Yeah. Well, hopefully he'll come back around, but he might just be exploring other regions. Sometimes you don't see cats for a while, and they come back, and other times he's going on another adventure. Yeah. So, oh yeah, because when I saw the Discord, I only saw you said kitty, but I didn't see a picture. But I liked your comment. Yeah, Lemon. I only saw you said kitty. I didn't see a picture, but I was about to tell you that uh, before you told me. Yeah, I liked your comment, but I didn't see a picture. I didn't know, maybe it didn't load or something. And maybe try again. Custom says I've had a bladder wart. It's a carnivorous water plant and it eats mosquito larvae. Well, that's really cool. That's something that needs to be grown more where I am. It's so cool how nature can achieve such things by making things that would help us out, get rid of different pests and stuff. I love the koi fish. Uh, I love those type of fish. The water conditions have to be perfect, 100% perfect for them to survive in there. It can't. The temperature, everything has to be 100% perfect, and they will thrive. That's awesome, Customs. That is a very awesome investment. I'm sure they're amazing to have and for you to enjoy them. Yeah, the mockingbirds. Yeah, he mockingbird to himself some ladies. Another iconic plant is cattails. That's something that I've seen before. That's quite fascinating. And it grows on the water in ponds and stuff. Oh, okay, Lemon. Yeah, converting it to a JPEG, I should help. Yeah. Oh, okay, Lemon, understood. Yeah, but as I appreciate you participating as much as you're able to, because it's, I mean, tedious. It's interesting how it works over there. It's like they have these vending machines and they had these pay phones back in the 90, in the before the 2010s. They, over here they had, which I'm sure they had it where you are, a lot of pay phones. And what you're talking about, this sounds like similar to a pay phone. Interesting. Just I didn't know how it worked, but yeah, it's definitely cool. Over time it should adapt and be able to improve, but that's what they have for now. I mean, the currencies of different countries I think are cool. The American ones are just like a green dollar bill. That's it. They don't really do too many other things. Yeah, and it's getting brighter. Yep. And we are going to be watching the sunrise the whole way through as it comes up, which is going to be nice and fun. And yes, it's a payphone Wi-Fi edition. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I like the creature you told me about. I think it's called a civet. I probably pronouncing it wrong. That's what I can remember of it. The thing that looks like a raccoon and a leopard and a hyena at the same time. That is something really wild that I thought was fascinating, but also kind of scary at the same time. Because it's, you know, the only thing that I saw here, which I probably told you, was the Mexican raccoon. It has a very long snout. It looks kind of like a monkey a little bit, and it has kind of brown fur. I didn't know what it was when I saw it, but that was pretty cool. That's the only strange thing I saw here. Well, I think I saw a panther one time after some apocalypse happened, but besides that exception, it was mostly here we have just things aren't really too wild, too wild. Okay, so yeah, it's going to the point where this it's kind of like the sun's up enough where oh, good morning, Ruby. The sun's up enough where you could kind of still see everything without the light on. Okay, and yeah, and here this one's like a spooky scene 'cause it's like you don't really. It's almost like a cave, but it isn't a cave. And but yeah, I say it's nice and breezy right now. The weather is it's warm but cool. Now the thing is, it's extremely humid right now. So we are just hanging out, and we're eventually going to see a sunrise stream. There's so many like things in the ocean that are not discovered, that are not known about. In the same way, there's just like see like in parts of the world, there's things so dense like this, right? And we haven't like explored it all. So when the good thing about the alien stuff coming out and being confirmed is that people are going to take other things more seriously. I just I wonder if there's like a cat version of something like how cats there's lions and there's like little house cats. I wonder where some of these creatures there's variations of them where some of them are small and some of them are like humanoid and you just walk around. So there's all those different types of things that you wonder about. Well, I wonder about specifically, because there's incidences during the Vietnam War. Let's see. Oh, okay, Lemon. Thank you. Yeah, there's been lizard people sightings or some sort of lizard humanoid cryptid in Vietnam itself, and I believe it's they're glowing, a glowing goldish color, and people gotta remember that. As I said, it's besides it being a supernatural spiritual thing, which I think a lot of those things are, is that there's just some things we didn't always discover. But yeah, I just think in these different Asian countries in these islands, I like hearing about the different cryptids that are around because we talk about cryptids here, like the Bigfoot, and there's other ones too, besides Bigfoot. There's a Mothman, and you notice like different terrains can have different things. That's something else that I think is quite intriguing indeed. Okay, and here's an update. There is more sun coming up. Now, what on earth is this? What is this? There's a bunch of flies or some flying thing. These just not too sure. I think they're probably flies. I'd say, but it's something crazy to look at. Must be a fly convention. Yeah, but as I said, that is the sun getting closer to us, and we're going to have clear skies this time, so we're not going to have the clouds everywhere that's going to block it. Yeah, and sometimes people were able to. Oh, hey, Nan, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yeah, and yeah, the thing about Okay, so that's just a weird site right there. So I think that most of the alien sightings and cryptid sightings over time will eventually be solved and mapped out. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them will be explained. And we're in the first beginning steps of the alien things being accepted. Which I thought was very cool. Now, other things is that there's unsolved mysteries, crimes, and stuff that have not been solved. Now, in this day and age, although there's still people, as we know from the trial stuff that we see, that are still doing things that aren't good, crimes and things like that. Some crimes are harder to do. Yeah, some of them are harder to do because of the cameras and the recording devices and the apps even record everything. So they are able to catch people easier than they did before, which I think is a positive thing because back in the past, I think people were too trusting. People were way too trusting back then. And now they're able to, get things done better. But of course, crimes still happen, but they're easy to catch now. Although there are many people that never get caught for their actions, now DNA has helped over time get people to be caught, which I think is a positive thing. And sometimes they catch them when they're much, much older. But some crimes done by humans may never be solved, hypothetically, if they don't look at the right place, the right time, or may take longer. So you might see alien or supernatural things being solved easier than some real, what real people do. Okay. So, Nan, I'm sure you've been having a lot of rain. I have been having a lot of rain, but it's lightened. It's obviously lightened up, where it's not been, an issue. Tonight it wasn't an issue. Onan said, "Can't even trust my lawyer." Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, definitely. They're not. You can't trust them. That's true. And you don't know who's on your side and who isn't. It could just tons of pouring down rain. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like humans could be some of the most worst creatures that could be found sometimes. Humans can be the hardest ones to understand. The spider right there eating something. Oh, thank you, Lemon. Yeah, so yeah, as I said, watch out for the humans. All we talk about these things now. There are, yeah, I understood, Nan. The rain is just completely unhinged. it is not stopping, and it's going to keep on doing what it's going to do. It's a basically complete monsoon. A complete monsoon taking over the different parts of the country. Yeah. And a lot of times with severe weather, it causes tornadoes to happen. And it happens when like the cold fronts and the warm air meet, and it causes a cyclone to form, kind of like throwing tomatoes against a brick wall. And then it has a suction, and it causes a lot of problems for people that might be in a tornado path. So yeah, it can cause lethal severe weather. But I mean, I like rain. I do think it's cool to be inside and chill, but it can be annoying in for other reasons too. Napping on rainy days certainly puts most people into a deep sleep, and it's just like cozy. It's and I like how you're reading something or watching. I love watching spooky videos of like stories, like listening to audio books, basically the same thing as that, or watching some videos while it's like dark like that, and or napping. Yeah, it's all very fun. Even watching a good trial would help too. Yeah, the rain. Now, some people are scared of thunder and lightning, but there is some thunder and lightning that could sound soothing to some people. All right, and here's some more of it. Yes, watch movies. Are you scared? Yes, scared. Yes, yes, absolutely. I agree with that. Yeah, watching movies is good too. Certain movies fit well with it. The pirate movies fit really nice with it. Oh, okay, Lemon. Thanks. Lemon's uploading a picture to Discord of a cat, so that's what he's doing. But yeah, Lemon had a cryptid sighting where he is from. We're talking about. It's this black creature with bug eyes and a sort of a snout-looking thing, and another spiritual entity. His mom saw. So that was pretty cool to hear accounts from different places of cryptids. Even in dream form, too. Also, well, yeah, I'll say it is nice to have rain for the plants because the garden's coming along very nicely. This type of weather. So that is something positive about it. Okay, and we got these you see better in the daytime. These trees are getting really big. And not necessarily anything. I can see it better. Okay. Yeah, and this squash vine's just climbing up the tree. Oh, those things I just showed you over here. Okay, this is a giant ragweed. Yeah, these are ragweeds, and it's the giant variation of them. They're usually just things that grow in abandoned lots, but they used to be used and cultivated by ancient people, and I always liked them. And their stalks are, you use them for all kinds of things. Also, it's a good hedge. So it's multi-purpose. It is edible. It used to be used for making wheat and herbal medicines and stuff. Then it was abandoned over, centuries, and then it just grew wildly everywhere. Different pioneers brought it around different places because they were trying to clear out places, and it latched onto things. So it goes back to when they had wagon trains and stuff. Not wagon, uh, those wagons they used to travel around. They would just kind of throw these things around, and then it spread everywhere. It's similar to the sunflower. It's related to the sunflowers, which sunflowers are something that I'm going to be growing, and y'all are going to like that. And it's always exciting to have sunflowers and some other things. So you have a lot of this stuff cleared to put more stuff here. Oh, hello, Phil. It's a nice pup you have there. How you been? Hope everything's going well with you. Yes, Nan. You would be. It does have hay fever. It can cause an allergy to some people. Yes. Yes, it can cause some people to have an allergy. Allegedly. Yeah. Yeah, Phil. We're talking about cryptids and various different things. It's been a pretty cool night. All right, Mr. Crow. Scared. Okay, and yeah, you'd be surprised how many weeds have herbal uses to them from the past. Because a lot of them do have herbal uses that were just tossed aside when they found other medicines and things. Yes, that is true. We've gotten big. Yes, I'm doing them more in the mornings now, but I will still do them again at nighttime like I used to. Also, but we like seeing the sunrise come up. But yeah, it definitely the garden live has been a big hit. Yeah, everything has a purpose. Everything happens for a reason. It's like when you see the circle of life is bigger than what you could have imagined. It's you wouldn't see if you wouldn't see things in a narrow way. Yeah. Oh, Nan, I'll tell you what happened with that. So yesterday, Casey was in the chat, and we're rewatching the flower petal trial. That wasn't really appropriate for him to see, and we were, and Anna didn't really like him there. Although I said we have, what's his name? We have Noah. That's cool. That comes in the Garden Lives, but the Casey kid specifically, he was, yeah, and he was kind of staying around, and we're not telling him to go to the Garden Live instead and not go to the trial thing that we're watching. That wasn't really appropriate, and he wouldn't listen. I feel it's kind of rude, and he was like Moki told him to go to the Garden Live. He said he doesn't care, and then I took away the wrench, and he was saying, oh, he said if he goes to the Garden Live, will he get his wrench back? And like he's trying to negotiate with me, but you're supposed to just not go when you're told something. You're just supposed to do it, right? So I decided to just ban him. He wasn't listening, and although the Garden Lives are fine for young people to see if they want to, although it's more geared towards adults technically. The I got rid of him because he wasn't listening. Because he was at a stream he wasn't really supposed to be at, and this stuff's more geared for adults anyway. So that's the decision I made yesterday. We had an incident. Yes, Nan, I agree. Yeah, and I know I'm a magnetic individual. We have a good product with the live streams and stuff. But it's more geared for adults than it is for uh, young people, especially the trials. Those are really adult stuff. It even traumatizes adults. So, uh, yeah, I think I made the right choice because it's just people are not going to listen. I'm not playing games with people, and I'm always for law and order in the chats, and I don't hesitate to ban people when I need to. Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened. Thank you, Nan, for your feedback about that. And you did very well, Nan, when you're dealing with it too, with him too. I like how you deal with the chat. And yeah, but anyway, we are getting very cool people across the world here, and we're having a good time with, chatting about aliens and trials and different things. Right, right. He doesn't need to hear gruesome details of a trial. Right, exactly. And we have lots of different plants. We have these yellow plants. They're pretty cool. I mean, they're not yellow plants. They're just yellow flowers from the squash. Yeah. The mockingbird is on the roof talking. Let's see. Let's see. Bubbles and Claude. Let's see if they're over here. There's Bubbles. Oh, Nan, thanks for telling me. Yeah. Yeah, chat's telling you hello, Bubbles. Claude is somewhere in his house right now. Saw and Phil and all the chat are saying hello to Bubbles. Yes, I'm aware of the magpies being angry birds. That's true. Scared. Yeah, so my guess is that Claude is out here sleeping somewhere around where Bubbles' brother is. Or he might be in his house, which is his house is right there. Scared. Yeah, magpies can be mean. Yeah. Okay, I'll check it out, Nan. I'm sure it's very, like hilarious, ironic. Yeah. I hear the roosters too. Pretty cool. Okay, so understood. See where Claude, if he's around here too. And Phil says 2 sugars, please. Yeah, nice. Okay. So he's eating some grass. Yeah, all chat will get coffee. All chat. Yeah, the Great White Hunter. Yes. Oh, okay. She just poured herself a cup. Okay. No, this is Bowles' brother. Bubbles is the white cat. A Claude is a tabby one. Oh no, it's not Claude. Yeah. Claude is the tabby, and Bubbles is the white cat. Yeah, salad. He's gonna go to his place where he likes to sit down and go on his pad. Oh, they eat it to sell their stomachs. That's good to know. Okay. Hello, Larry. Okay. Okay, this thing's chirping. He's like a rabbit. Yeah, he's like a lawn statue. Yeah. Thank you, Andrew. The sun's golden aura is coming up. Yes, sirens in my hood. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, shout out to the sirens. Nice in the morning. Yeah. All the birds. They're all just flying all over the place now. Yes. Yeah, and here's Bubbles as being a lawn decoration. A lawn statue. I say he looks like a little Easter bunny. Okay. Yeah, that's the sun hitting some trees. Right there. It's a nice cool breeze. It's gonna get really hot later, but it's a nice cool breeze. Okay, so you see, this is the sky now. It's like a golden hue. Yeah, white chocolate bunny. Yes. Yeah, so that's very cool. The transformation of the day to night, and it reminds me of like the Northern Lights, because the Northern Lights, that's something else that sometimes can be seen from down here, but it's mostly something up north and in the South Pole, and it'll create this aura. I'm not too sure what time it happens. 'Cause I remember it probably happens here whenever it comes down here. I'm just out at the wrong time because they'll like ask me about it. I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's usually pitch black when I go out, and maybe it happens in the dark of night. Yeah, of course. But I'm saying, like, I probably missed the time when it came out. Oh, we're interesting. Interesting. Okay. Let's see what it looks like from this angle. Yeah, so on my phone, it's a golden orange looking hue as it fades to blue. That's what it seems like to me, but it might look pink or whatever to different TV wavelengths. But no, the pink is there. Okay, it's that color frequency is in the hue is there, but some cameras can pick up something better than others. Yes, they are. That is true. That's true. There's a little V shape thing of the birds. That's something nice right there. Yeah, and this to me is like an iconic forest scene. You know, thank you, Saul. Appreciate it. Yeah, you see this right here. It's like this looks like a forest. Nan asked Saul, "Where are you, love?" It's nice. Yeah, and it just and I always went to bed most of the this decade at night. I mean, in like or this time in the morning. So it's been a long time since I've seen these types of things. I'm glad I see these. One time with the garden live, I was a little bit late. I decided to do it a little bit, towards the morning. I really liked it, and then we started doing them in the earlier. Oh, nice, all. That's really cool. Orange County. It's cool. So, the sun is up, right? But it takes a moment for it to come over here. Okay. And yeah, it is in moments from now, the sun will be completely up. It's getting there. Well, it's still dark here, Alan. Yeah, but like here, like, see, look, it's not that dark. I mean, like where I am. That is the noble sun right there. Nan and I are in the same time zone, just for the record. Yeah, that time zone is Pacific time, I think. Four in the morning. Okay. See the morning breeze. Really nice. See, so that is the sun on the trees. It's very cool. Okay, and there's more of it. And shout out to the sirens. Scared. I see the sun. It's right over there. It'll come up soon. And Phil, it's 11:30 p.m. where he is in New Zealand. Okay. Good morning, Drastic Plastics. Yeah, a lot of people from New Zealand. Yeah. A lot of times we go live late. It's daytime in those zones. That's how we were able to get those people from there. Because we were going live at certain times where it was daytime there. Hey, there's the sun right there. Right now it's Friday here. A little bit different. It's Friday. All right, so that's the sun right there. Sunrise through the trees. My pleasure, Saul. It's always an honor. Nan says for Phil to tell us how Friday went so we could prepare. Hilarious. I was cold. Okay. Yeah. Uh, yeah, it's winter where you are. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the rain cooled us off some. Yeah. Now, Saw Girl says, does New Zealand hit New Year before anyone else in the world? Yes, they do. My sister lived in Australia, and it was always New Year over there before it was that here. So yeah, well, at least Australia, which Australia is basically the same, is like an island. Okay, New Zealand's an island off Australia, but basically with Australia, yeah, like it's that's where it's New Year's before it is where they are. And think about it, they're a day ahead of us. So when it's New Year's there, we're not quite there yet. Good morning, Mindy. God bless you. It's been a while. So hope you've been doing well. I'm glad that you came here. We're watching a sunrise. Yeah, yeah, Phil. Thank you. Yeah, you're a day and a night ahead of us. Yeah. You said it's coolish right now. Yeah. The rain cooled everything off. Sorry, has been MIA. Guys have been taking hostilic medicine classes and hostilic medicine classes, running my own Bible study. So I've been quite busy, but I miss you guys. Oh, okay. Well, uh, may Christ bless you with that, and great success, continued success comes to you with that. And thanks for updating me about what you've been up to. It's always nice to have you here when you're able to. And because what the sun does is that, yeah, it's like at first it's like it's up in the air, then it has to rise through a couple of obstacles before it really gets up there. Yeah, now that tree over there is a pine tree. Now the pine tree is edible technically. It has the bark is edible in survival situations, which is cool. Yeah, but it's a very windy morning, much more preferable than a stagnant morning. And you get those birds. Those birds are certainly enjoying the sunrise as well. The white clay. I don't. I don't know. See. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I have. I could have. If I did, it was a long time ago, one time. But no, I don't think I've eaten it before. Oh, cool. Okay, we'll have to try it at some point. Uh, if I did, it was a long time ago, but not that I can really place. So, okay. Has anyone noticed that the birds are chirping early lately? Have you looked at your phones? The time seems to be speeding up. I see a lot of clocks time change, but phone is faster. Oh yes, we've noticed that, Mindy, and we have noticed it when we're on the live streams. We'll see the birds chirping earlier and the time being different. Yeah, we've noticed that too. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it has. It's something. It means something, but it's something odd that we've been noticing. Yeah, like they have like an alarm clock that goes off before they're supposed to start chirping. Not every single one of the birds, but a few of them. And over in the other countries, the sun is setting right now. It's rising over here. Uh, speak of speak of Khan. There he is. Hello, Khan. I was just thinking of you for a second because I was like over in Asia when the sun goes down, it comes up here, and there you are. Yeah, welcome. Mindy says something's going on. They talk about the speeding up in Revelation. Oh yeah, well I believe we are getting closer to the end times, and it's extremely, you know, uncanny the comparison between the Revelations and what's going on now. Because yeah, we definitely see the sun coming up, you know, but before that, usually the time is going faster, especially with the birds, and they have a biological clock that's hooked up with the Earth's magnetic field. So yes, it is very uncanny. I agree. Good to pointing that out. The speeding of time is definitely noticeable. Right. Yeah, I've heard them at 4 a.m. here. It's weird. And kids in New York says that the same happening over there too. You see, Saw, there you go. That is daybreak. Glad we made it to this. I said where Khan is, the sun is gone, and he gets to see the sun another time here. Yes. Oh, thank you, Khan. I appreciate it. Very nice to us too. Okay, so that's like an imagery of some of the trees, some of the leaves. There we go. Oh, that's a very nice scene right there. Okay, so yeah, waiting the whole time, and there is daybreak right here. Oh, your sun's battery is low. Yeah. It looks like Passion successfully sent the sun here in one piece in happy condition. Yeah, so shout out to the daybreak. The Lord of the daybreak has brought his sun to shine. NASA will charge the sun $12 an hour. Nana, he's in Bangladesh. Yeah. Mindy says, I wish I could show you how, guys, I'm picking out herb garden I started, and I'm picking some herbs to dehydrate and turn into medicine. Oh, Mindy, if you posted some shorts about it, we'd be glad to see it. And if you could tell me one thing, Mindy, that you're growing, I'd like to know. But that's awesome you're doing that, Mindy. Excellent. Yeah, Khan, Moki was curious about what is it like in Bangladesh? She was curious. And as I said, I like to try the mangoes there one day because over here they don't send them. Oh yeah, Akan is right. You could upload it on my community tab. You could upload the herbs, and people could see it there. Yeah, you could do that. That's a good idea, Con. Yeah. So it's a very majestic sunrise. The daybreak is here. All right. So that is the Ace of Spade type leaves. That's the sun shining on it because it recently what's been happening was the sun. A lot of clouds have been over the horizon, and that's why the sunrises have been kind of delayed. Now it's not going to be quite daylight in California just yet. It's going to be around when the sun goes up a little bit more. So the daylight's going to start being more prominent over there. Remember when Saul was telling us when the daylight was coming over there, and it was here, a little bit higher up in the sky. It's so cool how the sun could be here, and it could shine a light across the country, the world like that. It's so cool. And as I said, I know there's technology has a lot of negative things that's happened from it, but it's cool how it could connect people from all over the world, and we could see these type of sunrises. All right. Khan says weather of Bangladesh now change quickly. If it's shiny and 5 minutes later it becomes cloudy. Oh, okay. Thank you for letting us know. Okay. Yeah. It is. It's really fascinating to learn about other people and cultures and stuff. Starts at 5 a.m. Right. Right. Well, yes, we have a similar climate to Khan because we're, you know, yeah, Lemon's in the Philippines. He was saying where I am, it looks almost identical to where he is because of the jungle scenery. So yeah, it's our climate's similar to theirs. Like if you looked at the map of the globe, we're pretty much close to the equator where they are. Now we get more wintry weather than I think they do. Oh, okay, Mindy, it's okay. Um, yeah, and you don't have to do it if you don't know how. It's okay. Uh, it's basically you go to the my page and there's a community tab. And you either click on it or press the button, and you just upload the picture like you'd upload something to a post to a social media platform. But understood, it's okay. Like you would to YouTube. Yeah, what time is it in Bangladesh, Khan? 5:50 p.m. Oh, okay. Yeah, Khan, what day is it where you are? We're doing a survey. 13 hours ahead of Saul. Okay. Where we are, it is Friday during the morning. So that is the. It's 6. Oh, okay. Friday evening, where he is. Okay, thank you, Con. It's 5 p.m. Friday evening where he is. Oh, okay, Con. Yes, our technology is 100 years ahead. I remember when we were watching the trial. I was teaching you about what the trials are here, and you're very fascinated with it. And you're saying that the American prison was better than where you are. So yeah, of course wish you the best where you are. And yeah, I hear you're saying that you said the technologies or the our civilization is 100 years ahead. Okay, hopefully it can catch up. Yeah, it's no fault of your own, of course. It's uh, the governments and the civilizations there. It's not any one person specifically. You know, I always think that people 100 years ago would be baffled by the technology we have today. I mean, this place where we are at right now is over 100 years old. So, you know, there is this sunrise, and they didn't have this type of technology that we have here, you know, streaming across the world like this. Now, 200 years ago, there's people where I am. It was a different time period with different things going on, and there's actually different places here that got, you know, torn down. But, you know, there's people here 200 years ago, you know, so yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty wild about what we were able to do over time with the technology. Hello, Roman. Good to see you. Good morning to you. Yeah, so if that is the bright sunny leaves. Okay, and right there is the glimming sun, the gleaming sun. I think it's pretty cool. It has different rays that it's producing. It has some pinkish hue and it has orange and just it's bright and intense. And those are some trees. And right here is like, you know, the contrast to the different tree lengths of light. Which I think is pretty cool. That's the garden statue right there. And here's a of the oh this is a big shot. Everything. I didn't know who Comfrey was. You know, he's a new cat or something. I didn't know. So I clarified that. Okay, thank you. Okay, so well, I just picked some country and some no some. Okay, I just picked some comfrey. Okay, I see what you're saying. Oh, that's good, passion. And yeah, Mindy, I see what you're saying. I thought that you meant country instead of comfrey. Okay, so ignore everything I said about comfrey. Okay, ignore everything I said about comfrey. So, well, I just picked some comfrey and some lemon balm and put them in the dehydrator. Lemon balm is for bipolar and anxiety, can help with dementia, and the country is and the comfrey is for its wounds. Okay. Oh, Nancy, not enough lemon balm in the world to fix her her monster mom. Oh, okay. Scared. Hello, Passion. Good to see you. Scared. Yeah, I see what you're saying. No, all the would not fix them. Okay, I see. Yeah, the Passion brought the sun safely to where we are. Well, I wasn't. I have been flooded out my house somewhat, a little bit. Yeah, it was a big giant one. Yeah, and the rain has stopped for now, and we're able to observe the sun. Mindy says my nan that she says that her mom has problems too. Yes, definitely stay inside when that happens. Yeah. Pash said, "I never told you guys this, but before, but the son doesn't ask much of me. He just likes looking at Happy Gardens on."
Well, that's very sweet. I'm glad that he likes looking at happy gardens. Pash says I'm always on standby if there's an emergency, of course. Oh, that yeah, facts, facts. And you'll take care of what needs to be done with the sun. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's very peaceful. Yes, Mindy, absolutely. Bacon and eggs sounds very good. Yeah, and actually, at some point, I'm gonna get 8 chickens here to just have my own eggs, and I'll be a farming stream. Yes, yeah. So yeah, that sounds like an excellent, some sunny side up eggs in the morning. Yeah, the birds are talking to me. That's true. Yeah. Mindy said she actually just went grocery shopping and come over to us. Oh, hilarious. A coincidence. Yeah. All right. Passion says crumbled chicken with mashed potatoes and salad for dinner here. Oh, delish. Oh, awesome, Saw. Awesome. Yep. That's sure exactly what it is. Yeah. So it's cool for the update. Oh, that's awesome, man. Glad that it's blooming, and the smell is fabulous too. Yeah, because it's about a time when things start blooming. Yeah. Mindy says, "I wish I could understand that bird, because I swear he's trying to tell us something." Absolutely, he's definitely trying to tell us something. Yeah, I agree. You know, he's real eager to do it too. Yeah, sounds fabulous indeed. Well, good morning, Aaron. I've missed you very much. Super sick this week. Been missed you all. Still recovering. So just want to say hi. Okay. Um, Thank you, Aaron. We're hope you get well soon. And been thinking about you a lot and miss you. Thank you for telling us hello. Oh, okay. I I'll look forward to that. uh, Chat. It is extremely, you know, bright, and before it wasn't as bright, but now it got even more bright. So I'm looking forward to it even getting, as it goes up into the sky, and because you see how it's like kind of golden looking over time, it gets more and more blue as it goes up. Oh, so chat said some more things. Rest up, annoy the heck of you, and oh, that's funny. And then Passion said, "Make sure you recover quickly. Will be undefeatable." That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Sauce to get well soon, Aaron. Okay. Yeah, I like. That's awesome. Yeah, we look forward to that. Okay. Yeah. So this one almost looks like this plant has an eye to it. As it climbs up, you see how right there it's more blue. Now this way it's lighter blue. The darker blue comes more later in the day, which I think is awesome. Okay, and that's a good shot right there. You see, the thing about the branches, it looks like lungs, which I think is pretty cool. Oh, you got gray skies where you are. Okay. Scared. I appreciate. It's my pleasure. Okay, here's some more images of it. My lungs fascinate observers. I've always viewed universe as a synaptic circulatory system within the human body, and the planets are the blood cells. It's silly, I know. It's okay because a lot of times the things that we see mirror things in nature and stuff, so it makes sense in a way. They used to lie down in the base of a tree and take photos of upward sky. That's probably their perspective of the world, constantly reaching for the sun. Yeah, that's very, very true. Panhandle of Florida. Right. Has it been like this in a long time? Nan, Saul wants to know if it's in your destin. Wait, that's not. I read that wrong. Anyway, she asked a question, but it wasn't the question I thought it was. Okay, so it was, is she a Nan or Destin? Okay. Oh yeah, Destin, Florida is famous for tourists. A lot of my friends would go there. All right. All right. Okay. And there's so many various trees that are climbing through this scenery right here. It's quite fascinating. Okay.
Have you considered taking up scuba and clearing the Florida coast of the invasive lionfish? Ask for a friend. Oh, you see, man, we've been Passion and I were talking about the lionfish. It's been very invasive in Florida, and she's wondering if have she's I say, have you considered taking scuba lessons to get rid of the lionfish because they've been invasive over in your region and causing problems? And also, Nan, Saw says on the Gulf side or the Atlantic. She's curious. Okay. He's sitting like a person. Okay, Saw, it's the Gulf. Northern part of the Gulf. Okay, thank you, Nan. Oh, that is a fantastic Saw. We have the Mockingbird. But yeah, he's a good kitty. The lion. I'm gonna speak English. I speak English. The lionfish are covered in venomous spikes and have no natural predators, and they feed on smaller fish and eat the smurges. Oh, they have yeah. I've been in the sugar white beaches before. When I was little, I remember I was telling Passion this. I said in an aquarium at a restaurant, but I said a restraint aquarium, so it looked like it was a stray jacket aquarium or something. She didn't know what I was talking about, but it was a restaurant. It was a The autocorrect messed me up, and I remember I saw the fish in a Japanese restaurant. It may have been a Vietnamese restaurant technically. It may have, I may be getting it mixed up. I think it was Vietnamese probably. And they had a huge aquarium thing, and I love that fish. It was like an Asian fish, and she's told me it was poisonous to touch it. It has spikes on it, and it has no natural. She basically said what Passion said. I'm like, well, how in the world did they put this thing in here, and how do they take care of this thing if you can't touch it? Like, But anyway, they did it somehow. I didn't always know how they figured those things out, but they did it. And I guess they released them back into the wild at some point. And now there's Timu fish that are getting snuck in the hood of the lionfish hood, and it's causing problems. Yeah, fish nets. Yeah, Timu fish. Exactly what it is. Bubbles knows. Yeah, he knows they're Timu fish. Yeah. Oh yeah, so yeah, they're very nice. Those are okra buds. Yeah, so exactly. Yeah. It's called the Emerald Coast because the water is color because the watercolor. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, the watercolor is extremely emerald, extremely good. Yeah. it could, it possibly could buffer for a second, maybe because, changing the scenery. I'm going to be changing the scenery for a second, and then I'll be back in a moment. Okay. This. My pleasure, Saul. I'm glad to share everything with y'all. All right, hello. One more second. Here I am. Okay. Okay, so here, yeah. So basically, that was outside the snow. It was actually not snow, but it was the sunrise. That's what it was. Yeah, and yeah, the beaches definitely on the Emerald Coast are very excellent. Something definitely everyone should go see. Okay. Oh, hello, Doe. It's great to see you. I was there a moment ago, actually. Sometimes I change the scenery a little bit. Good morning, Doe. It's always great to see you. Welcome to the stream. And let's see. Very good stream yesterday, Doe. I liked it because Doe was doing a sunset stream. It was very good. So it was nice going over there and seeing her stream. Let's see. See, that's the Emerald Coast right there. That's partially why I went inside. It was to show you all the Emerald Coast. Yeah. Yeah, so that is what the beach is like right there. And here's some more of the crystal water. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, home sweet home. Yeah, it's greatest water in the world. And there it is again right there. There we go. They see how green it is and how blue it is at the same time. Yeah, and that's where it gets the iconic name. You see, you have all the crystal white sand. And then you have that right there with the green and blue water.
So that is basically what we were doing. What although saw the images, I wanted to show specifically that the Emerald Coast with some examples for y'all to see. Yeah, so it's definitely an extremely desired place for. I would suggest people visit that, and certainly one of a kind type of location with the water so crystal clear. Okay, let's go here. My pleasure saw. It's green and blue right there. Yep. Got another scene in this region. You see that's another one. You can see the different colors, the green and the blue waves. Very nice. All right, so that's the Emerald Coast right there. You see, that's the other side of the Gulf. It's in the Gulf, and it's in that specific region right there. So, yeah. Those are all different people and boats in there, and just the deep range. So, yeah, so shout out to the Emerald Coast. Those are some images of it. It's certainly a piratey coast to go to. I would think it would be a certainly a fun time there. Yeah. Oh, my pleasure, Nan. I certainly love Florida too. I went there when I was little one time. I liked it. So yeah, so I want to give people a visualization of the Emerald Coast that to really see it in its radiation, you know the radiant vibes it gives off. Yeah. So as I said, I think it's also has a piratey theme to it because beaches are pirate coves and stuff like islands. So it also would go with the pirate theme. Yeah. Yeah, so it's always nice to see the sunrise in the morning, and Doe does the sunsets, and I do the sunrises. Yes, it is stunning, Saul. Oh, man, that sounds very fun. That sounds like definitely something I'd like. So I'm glad they keep that tradition on and they reenact that and they have that theme in June. It's very cool. Yeah, because my family, some of my relatives moved to Florida. Some of them moved over there. So Florida itself has strongly to do with my family ties as well. Yeah, and it is because I've been to Florida before and also to Alabama, but Florida is my favorite beaches they have. It looks like something out of a movie or an imagination of what a beach would look like. Yeah. Billy Bowlings was a pirate. Let's see. And let's do this right here. Okay, Billy Bowlegs primarily refers to he was a historical figure in the Florida history as well as a massive annual pirate-themed festival named after a folk legend. Chef Billy Bowlings, the original and most famous historical figure, was prominent the Seminole chief, 1810 to 1864, who led indigenous resistance against the United States and the Seminole Wars. He was major leader during the Second War, primarily commander of the Third War called the Billy Bowlegs War. Okay. Relocation. And 1858, after years of guerrilla warfare, he was paid a large sum by the government, and he and his band remained in the different territories of Oklahoma. During the Civil War, he gained distinction as serving as captain of the Union Army. In the coastal Northwest Florida, Billy Bowlegs refers to now there is a fictionalized folklore pirate based loosely on William. Yes, he was the pirate. Yes. And it was probably based loosely off of that character. The pirate was based off of that character, for the indigenous character. All right. And the pirate legend and festival. So we're going to get to that part. And yeah, and it is the coastal Northwest Florida. Billy Bowlegs refers to the. Oh, thanks, though. Thanks, though. In coastal Northwest Florida, Billy Bowlegs refers to a fictionalized folklore pirate based loosely on William Augustus Bolus, 18th century British loyalist who organized indigenous fleet against the Spanish. Okay, Sauce, you have no sun. It's just all smoggy looking, probably. Right. Oh, yeah, the red wasps are not cool. Right. Yeah, Billy Bowlegs Pirate Festival. For 70 years, the city of Walton Beach, Florida, has hosted this multi day event. Organized in Bowlegs, it is featured in a mock pirate invasion, torchlight parade, a treasure hunt, and live music. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So we see what it's based off of. The fictional pirate was based off of a historical event of some unrelated person. Thanks, Nan. It's very cool. Yeah, red wasps can just keep stinging. All right, so getting more into the pirate. So this has completely to do with the pirate theme of Florida over the historical name of the indigenous warriors that were around. All right, so the Billy Bowlegs, he is a genuine 18th century privateering and a 20th century tourist. Interesting. Oh, yours was an hour ago. Okay. Yeah. Mine was 44 minutes ago. Oh, interesting, Dan. When the city of Fort Walton Beach celebrates him, his legend of swashbuckler, the true historical figure behind the name actually was from Maryland-born British loyalist and adventurer named William Augustus Bullis, 1763 to 1805. Real history of William Augustus Bowles. So William did not consider himself a common pirate. He was highly political agent of chaos in the Gulf of Mexico. Wilderness identity. At just 14 years, William joined the British military during the American Revolution. After being stationed in Pensacola, he grew bored and resigned his post and went to Florida wilderness. He lived amongst the Cherokee, no, not Cherokee. He lived amongst the Creek and Seminole people, learned their languages, and married a Creek chief. Yeah, absolutely. The Muskogee Navy nation fighting Spain, Bowles commissioned a private fleet. His Muskogee Navy was the diverse fleet of white, Black Creek, and Seminole sailors. They effectively operated in the pirates, raiding Spanish merchant ships and even looting a major trading post in San Marcos. His ultimate demise, the Spanish American conspired against him and he was captured, escaped recapture, and eventually was deleted during the starvation strike in Cuba's infamous El Marco Castle prison in 1805. And this is how he became Billy Bowlegs. The historical William was never actually called that during his lifetime. The name belonged to one of the chiefs that we talked about, and he became a folklore legend through a series of accidents. The ghost legend. Here we go, the ghost legend. The Ghost Legend in 1930s, a fictional treasure book. Claimed an old pirate named William Rogers had operated around Florida's Santa Rosa Sound under the alias Billy Bowlegs. Local treasure hunters mistakenly linked his fiction to a real historical Florida cattle rancher named Jesse Rogers. The cemetery incident. Overzealous treasure hunters actually began digging up Rogers' family cemetery looking for pirate gold to protect the local peace. Community leaders needed to find a different, legitimate historical figure to attach the pirate lore to. Pivot to Bolus. 1960s historians of historical festival organizers officially swapped out the fictionalized Rogers character and substituted the real life rogue William as their patron pirate, adopting the name for the moniker for him. So the name's a moniker. Right. That is so cool, man. That is so cool. Though it is a big pirate ship, comes shooting cannons and takes over the land, parades both water and land week long. Let's see. There you go. That's some of the pirate ships they'll have. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, shout out to Doe. Awesome. All right, so this is it explained. Yeah. A shout out to Nan. All right, the pre-invasion and Scoring Captain Billy Bulllegs and his crew quietly arrived by boat early in the week to scout the city, meet local children, and take photos and pass trinkets. Friday night skirmish. The festival kicks off officially in Friday evening with live music, food trucks. Around 7 p.m., Captain Billy and his vanguard land the docks to publicly challenge the Fort Walton Beach mayor. The mayor and his militia successfully defeated the city for the night, and the evening ends with a massive fireworks display over Santa Rosa Sound. The Saturday takeover on Saturday afternoon, the main pirate flotilla arrives. Hundreds of costume pirates storm the shores, overwhelm the mayor's forces, and take the keys of the city. See, a massive all-day public block party follows, featuring continuous live concert stage and a craft vendors and amusement rides. Yes, absolutely. Monday Torch Parade. The celebration concludes after a weekend Monday night. Victorious Captain Billy and his crew of bowlegs host a grand night parade. They march through the city along the local marching bands and heavily decorated floats, tossing beads and pirate coins to tens of thousands of spectators. The Festival of Crew of Bowlegs, organized, found in 1953, molded loosely after New Orleans Mardi Gras cruise members, is prestigious local tradition every year. Prominent local citizen to portray Captain Billy Bowlegs. Interesting. The Boaters Sandbar Party. While the official family friendly event happened on land at Park Parallel, adult centric celebration occurs simultaneously in the water. Hundreds of boats, patrons, and jet skis drop anchor nearby Fort Walton Beach Sandbar to create a giant floating tailgate party where people swim, mingle, and watch pirate ships sail in. That is really cool. I'm glad that I learned something new today. Yeah. Shout out to Florida. Gasparilla Pirate Festival, a massive world famous annual celebration in Tampa, Florida, centered around theoretical pirate invasion. It shares a similar pirate takeover theme with Billy Bowlegs Festival, but is subsequently larger, ranking the third annual parade in the United States, drawing 500,000 to 1 million every year. Wow. Okay. mythical legend of Jose Gasper. Like Bowlegs, the entire festival is built upon a Florida folklore, and the mascot is Jose, a mythical 18th century Spanish pirate captain. Claims he was a noble lieutenant in the Royal Spanish Navy who led mutiny against and fled to Florida Gulf, operating in secret pirate base in Gasparilla Island. Yes, man, definitely. Absolutely. And everyone always thinks I'm from Florida, so that must be why I'm asked that. Yeah. And while history archives show no record of the person, the 1904 adaptation has romanticized Tampa's May Day celebration. So it could have been based on a real person, but there's no record of it. Main event is signature feast of Saturday of January. Celebration unfolds in two major stages. The sea invasion, the centerpiece of the day, arrives in Jose massive custom built 165-foot steel pirate ship topped with a 100-foot mast. The sails across the hills Borough Bay, firing boom cannons surrounded by a magnificent flotilla of thousands of private boats and pleasure crafts. It docks in Tampa, where pirate captain demands the, the key to the city from the mayor of Tampa. Once the city is successfully captured, the victory celebration moves to dry land. Pirates of ye majestic crew of Gasparilla led high energy 4.5 long parade down Tampa's scene into the downtown. Parade features over 100 heavily decorated floats and marching bands and custom crews throwing millions of strands of plastic beads into the dense crowd. Looks like Mardi Gras has inspired many things across the country. Extended season. What started as a single parade has grown over the last century into a multi month series running from January through March. This broader season includes children's Gasparilla Parade. Held Before the Week Invasion is a family friendly, alcohol free version of the preschooler stroll and a night bicycle parade. Saint Yago Illuminated Night Parade, a massive night parade organized by a separate local crew through Tampa's historical brick paved Rybar City neighborhood. Okay, cultural feast. The season expands outside of Pirates to include major independent events like the Music Festival and the Arts Festival, and distinct classic road races too. Well, I have to say, shout out to Florida. Yeah, shout out to Florida. That's really cool. Okay, thank you. Ebor. Okay, hopefully I said it right that time. Okay. So, yeah, that is the pirate celebrations in Florida, which I think is really cool. Where my city, you know, not city, the state has a pirate, Jean Lafitte. And actually in Lafitte, there's this big pirate ship that was from the Black Pearl, from the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. There's a piece of it and over there, down there, in the swamp somewhere, and I got to see it in person. So
It's actually a so over here there's some pirate themed stuff where I am too, but not as much as Florida. Florida is the pirate capital, is the pirate state. All right, so Florida is actually very close to Ravens Cove. Off the coast of Florida is Ravens Cove from the pirate universe. Of that spooky island I play in the game, and also it's from the movie too. Yeah, that's where it was off the coast, and that's where the Fountain of Youth was allegedly around the Florida's coast too. So, Florida definitely has history with pirates. So, that's awesome. Thank you, Nan, for explaining that to us, and I'm glad to tell a chat about it as well. Okay, so now at this point in time, this stream will be over. It will be ending because it completed its mission, and soon I'll be doing the stream on the rest of that trial, and if we finish that one today, we'll do another one. So, yeah. Okay, so we got to see the sunrise and the garden plants, and it was very fun. And let's go this way. Oh yes, yes. That's where Ponce de Leon is where they found it in the Panhandle. Yes. Thank you for the exact place. I remember him. My friend, my friend De Leon, that I that you may have not have met before. He comes in the chat sometimes. He's related to him, so that's a fun fact. So yeah, okay, thank you, Dan, for that part. Okay, so okay, Saw, appreciate it. Glad that you liked it too, and thank you everybody for coming, watching, listening, and hanging out with us. Oh, okay, understood, Saw. You like the upcoming notice, okay? Yeah, I'll continue to do that. All right, and oh, Lori, shout out to you. Yeah, Lori, we just talked about the Pirate Island, Florida's pirate festivals, and they have big festivals in Florida about pirate stuff we're talking about. So that's what we got into. So hi and bye, Lori. We'll see you on the next one. And good morning to you. All right. See. Yarg. Yeah. Okay. And peace.